And we're starting in Nigeria, where the abductors of the students and staff of the College of Agriculture and Animal Science, Bokura, in Zamfara State, are demanding a whopping 35 million naira for their release. Now, the provost of the college, Habibu Mensara, confirmed this, adding that a total of 20 people were abducted, including 15 students, 4 staff, and a driver.
All right. Well, during the attack on Sunday, 2 men on duty at the institution were killed and a police officer. Meanwhile, the Zamfara State Governor, Bello Amatawale, had promised to secure the release of the victims of the latest abduction by the bandits in the state. Now, joining us this morning is our correspondent and Abuja Bureau Chief, Ahmadine Uyi, live this morning with us, alongside the political analyst, Godi Ofese. Gentlemen, good morning. Welcome back to Breakfast Central.
Lisa.
Good morning.
Good morning, Oluchi.
Morning. Right. Now, gentlemen, I mean, I'm looking at this sum, 35 million naira ransom.
Well,
350 million, I beg your pardon. 350 million. What are your thoughts? Let me start with Ofose. Ofose, what are your thoughts on this kind of amount as a ransom just to get back those people that have been kidnapped?
All right, Luchi. Good morning, Olisa. Good morning to the viewers. And again, this is not the first time we are hearing this kind of humongous ransom being touted. I think when the one happened in the Kaduna happened, I think they were demanding 500 million naira ransom. At some point, I think the bandit has also demanded for their ransom in dollars. So I feel we are getting used to it gradually. It is a very unfortunate position to be in. And when you are seeing this, the more concerning thing for me in all of these things is that when you hear this amount of money and the bandits still come out looking very tattered, very ugly, very unkept. So I'm asking, where is this money going to? Is it just going to purchasing of arms and hard drugs and the rest of it? Don't they look good? Don't they take care of themselves? So this is not the first time, and this is not going to be the last if the government keep doing what they are doing, because I believe that their intervention isn't working.
All right, Ahmadine. I look at that figure, 350 million naira. You are in Abuja. What are you feeling or getting from the presidency regarding this latest development in Zamfara?
There's absolutely nothing from the presidency, Olisa. Be clear, banditry and kidnapping is the most lucrative business in the country. As the former speaker said, is not hearing this kind of humongous figure. It is very, very clear that Nigeria is passing, and those who are benefiting from kidnapping are smiling home to the bank.
Right, Ahmadine. I mean, looking at the situation of things, we know that the Zamfara State Governor has come out in the person of Bello Matawale has assured that the victim will be released. The victims now, in this case, will be released. What likely approach do you see him applying in dealing with this? I mean, not forgetting Kaduna State Governor, who has come out to say that he will not pay ransom in exchange for anybody who has been kidnapped. Are we going to see this money being paid at the end of the day? Officer, let's go with you first.
All right, the victim will be released, of course. The victims have always been released after the government or the relatives of the victims parted with some amount of money. We believe that the victims will be released. But how? The governor didn't tell us whether at the end of the day they're going to negotiate the downward review of the ransom or they're going to pay the old sum. So I feel that at the end of the day, this is the government that delight itself in releasing statement or granting interview when things like this happen. I was on a radio program yesterday and I said some of the things that happen in Nigeria, if they happen elsewhere, the country will cease to exist. I'm not calling for the country to cease to exist, but I'm saying that a lot of odd news every day, things that you probably wouldn't think will happen in Nigeria unnoticed, and people will really talk about it. So when bandits came and picked some children, innocent children, or kidnapped some adults who have no hand in whatever they are going through, and asked for ransom of 350 million. You know what 350 million naira could do to an economy? Nigeria is practically on its knee now, begging for money anywhere. So where are we going to get this money? So that's why I said earlier on that the intervention, the federal government intervention, the state government intervention, isn't working in terms of in terms of
all right, Amadin, you're still there now. 350 million naira. So there are 20 people, who have been abducted, the victims here. 15 students, 5 staff, which includes the driver. And Amadin, you look at the comments from Governor Bello Matawale with the assurances that the victims will be released. How? As in Amadin, what's the feeling? How? How's it going to do it? Is it going to pay the ransom?
Well, Zamfara has not taken a hard line like the government of Kaduna will shape the bandit. Remember, the government of Zamfara gone ahead to give bandits will and drop down their weapons. The government of Zamfara, there is a communication with these bandits. Talk about the figure. The governor has said that yes, they will be released. And the only option is for the government the ransom. They have to pay the ransom. As far as your children are in the hands of these bandits, they have power over you. Modalities and machineries in place to the kidnapping of your students. Then you have left yourself open to this kind of scenarios. So Nigerians and the parent of one of those or a family member of those who were kidnapped by the don't care how much the state governor spent or the state securing their release. All you are interested in should be released. And for me, I am one of who will say that do anything to secure because these are the future of Nigeria.
Okay, on that point, Amadin, because we still have your Abuja-based correspondent and political analyst, Goddy Officer. So, gentlemen, on that point, doing anything to secure your children or your safety. Now, gentlemen, let's take you now to the other developments where, Governor Aminu Masari has urged Katsina State citizens, residents in the areas to prone activities of, bandits to acquire weapons and defend themselves. Let me take the quotes, gentlemen, and about from the governor himself. And this is the governor of Zamfara State saying it is morally wrong for people to submit cheaply to bandits without any attempt to defend themselves. It is the people's meek submission that emboldens the bandits to continue with their heinous activities with murderous frequency. That is Aminu Bello.
Wow. Now I'm adding. I mean, looking at that quote, according to the governor, security is everyone's business and not just the responsibility of the government alone. Do you agree with this assertion, Amadin?
The governor has only spoken the minds of what we are on this program. He has only resonated what we last few weeks, which many people have refused to come out. Remember, he has said it a while ago. I think the chief of defense is that how can Nigerians sit down and bandits enter their communities? Now the governor has come out more clearly to say that it is morally wrong.
All right, Goddy Officer, you're still with us. So we just took the quote from the governor himself of Katsina State, saying that people should, take up arms and defend themselves about the morality of not allowing bandits just take them over.
Cheaply.
Where do you think these people will go from here? Because first of all, acquiring weapons is another debate. Because is it legal or illegal? Is the governor looking to share weapons? Because I really don't know where we're going from here. Where do we go from here, Goddy?
Well, Lisa, this is not the first time we are hearing that. Remember, in February this year, precisely February 17, Minister of Defense, Major General retired Magaji, actually reiterated that again, that Nigerians are cowards. They don't, if they stand up to the bandits, that they will be able to repel them. And the governor of a state from Katsina, the president's home state, have also come up with this position. And you're asking yourself, these are the people that ask just innocent Nigerians, unarmed Nigerians, to defend themselves against those ruthless criminals. I don't call them bandits, call them terrorists. And these are the governors who want to go around every single place with retinues of security men. And they won't go alone. They won't just bear. If they were elected by the people, they would not go anywhere without the aid of a security operative or architecture. Now, these are the same people that are coming out to tell you that people shouldn't give in to the bandit. How do you, it shows that the government has completely failed. If you leave the people at the mercy of their own strength and energy, the government, the security, every day, every week, every month, these governors receive security votes. They have not told Nigerians what they've been able to do with the same vote that they've been collecting. That's supposed to be a weapon for fighting some of this insecurity in our community. So at the end of the day, you're asking yourself, are we really being governed by some set of people who understand what we are going through, or are we really governed by some set of people who are very selfish and only care about themselves? And this is the two sides of the coin is there for you to take. Take the one that you think is best suited your opinion and interest.
All right, we still have our Abuja correspondent Amadine Uyi alongside Godi Ofese this morning. Lost to Chiwon in Nigeria. Still again here, an Islamic cleric, that Sheikh Dahiru Usman Bauchi, the leader of the Tijaniya Islamic movement, has vowed that if compensation is not paid to the families of his members who were killed and injured in Jos Plateau State on Saturday, 14th of August, his followers will take extreme, retaliatory actions as they will, neither forgive, in his own words, nor forget the incident.
Now, Sheikh Bauchi, while appearing on a BBC Hausa service program on Tuesday, just yesterday, now called on Governor Simon Lalong and the Plateau State government to do what? To expedite actions in paying the compensation to the families of his followers, or they will bring down the state. Now, is the federal government supposed to fold its arm and allow this slide as just a mere threat? Gentlemen, let me start with you, Amadine.
Now, it is statements and reactions like this that makes people continue to accuse the federal government that they are biased. It also is statements like this that water down the effort of security agencies in trying to maintain law, peace, and order. Remember that when Reverend Kuka made several allegations against the federal government of supporting some of these groups, the federal government was quick to come out to condemn Reverend Kuka, saying that Reverend Kuka was trying to instigate a group of people, and Reverend Kuka was trying to put lies into the public. Since Sheikh Dahiru Bauchi made this comment, some of us have been waiting for a statement from the federal government. Considering the large followership this cleric holds, the federal government would have been able to call that man for questioning and act, because he is threatening the peace of a state. Nothing has been done. When the former presidential candidate came out to say that the federal government, that some people in government were sponsoring the attacks in southern Kaduna, we remember how many times the Department of State Services invited him for questioning. At a point in time, he had to even cry out that his wife was in danger. Nobody has invited this sheikh who has come out to say he will bring down a whole state. Nobody has invited him for questioning. He has not been arrested. So like I said from the beginning, it is the actions of the actions of the federal government that make Nigerians continue to lose confidence in the way and manner they handle security issues. Because as long as some of us are concerned to threaten the peace and sovereignty of the state, that man should either be in DSS custody or he should have been arraigned to explain himself before a competent law of the land.
All right, we hope retaliation would not be the case for the Sheikh out there in Jos. But I wonder what God Officer makes about this latest development, and that's the Sheikh Bauchi speaking on a BBC Hausa program, talking about retaliation if compensation is not made. I really wonder, is compensation the most important thing now, or perhaps some form of justice and from the state, which you think he should be demanding?
I would love to hear the kind of compensation that the Sheikh is looking for, whether it's financial compensation. I don't know how would that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I would like to know the kind of compensation that the Sheikh is asking for, because I would also love to know whether financial compensation can be equated to human life. First and foremost, I feel that the federal government has been found in many times more complicit in some of these cases than ever before.